Hi friends, it's Star Thrifter and I have a Posh thrift haul to share with you today. We'll get right on to it. If you've not watched any of my videos before, I sell full-time reselling, and I sell on Poshmark and I also sell on eBay. So these items will be listed on eBay too, but we'll get right on to it. I have some nice things to share with you today. The first ones are going to be some of the nicer brands. And on Poshmark, I kind of find that it's a little bit more younger, trendier brands, but not that you can't list the other brands too. But eBay's a little bit more, some people say like 30 or 40 and up buyers. I don't know about that. But some of your more classic brands can be listed over there. This first one is a really great brand, especially if you find the sweaters and they're made with alpaca or wool. It's a Bavarian Connection. Now, this particular piece here is not wool. It's a very, very thick pullover V-neck top. I didn't bring my glasses. I don't know what it's made of, but it's not wool. But this is what the tag looks like. And this is an excellent, excellent brand. I had a sweater a few years ago. I think I probably paid maybe $5 or $7 for it, something like that, and it sold for like $159. It's a really great brand. Now, that did sell on eBay, but this is a really excellent brand. I don't know exactly if it's, getting those type of prices on Poshmark, but it does on eBay. This is a really great brand to pick up. Now, like I said, this one's not wool. It won't go for near that much, but still, it's a nice brand to pick up, and it will sell. This is a really nice piece. Now, this is Elaine Fisher, and this actually is 100% cashmere. Right now, we're approaching the winter months, and cashmere is, always an excellent material to pick up in about any brand. Now, some of the more common brands, like Charter Club or Apartment 9 cashmere, even if it's 100% cashmere, it's not going to sell for near as much, but it'll still sell. This just check comps first before you spend a lot. But this being 100% cashmere in Elaine Fisher, this would be worth some money. I haven't looked up comps for this yet. And it's a large, which is another plus thing. The one thing I will mention about Elaine Fisher is it is a little bit more of a mature brand. And I would, it may sell easier on eBay, but I for sure would still be listing this on Poshmark because this is a nice enough brand. But what I've been finding with this brand, it's been sitting a little longer. It used to sell quicker and for a little bit more money, it seemed like. But this is a great piece. And there's the tag there. And like I said, 100% cashmere. It's an open front cardigan. It's very, very nice. And just remember, which I certainly know you probably realize this, but when you find something that's made out of wool or made out of cashmere, and even the merino wool, you should be checking. When you're at the thrift store, really, really check for holes. And some people say maybe hold it up to the light and you can see it. But, you got to look all over. Sometimes it could even be like in the sleeve somewhere. Just really make sure that you're checking for that. And but that's an excellent piece. This is kind of cool. It's kind of like it's a burnout material, or almost like a stone wash. Not exactly a tie-dye. This is a soft surroundings, and this is a really cool piece. It's a long tunic, but it's that thin burnout style. Now, have you watched any of my other videos before? I talk about soft surroundings, and a lot of resellers, especially on Poshmark, they will say this is their staple brand. But I'll tell you what, I have a lot of soft surroundings listed on Poshmark and eBay, and this brand used to really sell quickly and for pretty decent money. And pretty quick over on eBay. But now it's not moving very quickly, and it doesn't sell for as much money as it used to. Just really check comps. However, some people swear on Poshmark, for soft surroundings. This is a cool piece. I think it'll sell, and that's soft surroundings. And one thing really cool about soft surroundings, if you're not familiar, is that they'll have a style number. A lot of times it's on the material tag. And you just find the material tag and it'll have like a style number on it, and then you can Google it. You can type in, and I had a hard time doing this at first, how to Google it, because whenever I pulled it up, it wouldn't work. But I finally figured it out. Like, you go to Google and type in soft space surrounding space, and then the numbers or letters. Then it's going to pull up the search that it conducted for you. And what I do is at the top, there'll be all and then different things. And then I go over and click on images and then it brings it up. And I like to find it if it's directly from Soft Surroundings, but it might be a Poshmark listing, but you want to get the key words that they used in that and, that they originally used for it. And I didn't used to take time to do that. And I think it really does make a difference. Now, as far as the stock photos go, using them, a lot of people do use them on Poshmark. Use your own discretion. I really do not know. There probably are some brands that will, could probably flag that and take that listing down. On eBay, do not use the stock photos at all. And stock photos is what I mean that they had on the original listing. It's a professional, done that, like maybe Soft Surroundings had done. You don't want to use it on eBay. And I know there's a ton of sellers on eBay that are using them, but they'll get their account eventually flagged or shut down for that because you are not supposed to use stock photos. Those are actually, the photos actually are, are licensed that, whoever originally did. And think about it, they took a lot of time and money to produce those photos. And even if it's an older item and maybe like Soft Surroundings doesn't have it in stock anymore, but that photo's still out there, it's still their photo. It's just something to think about. And this is, I thought this was interesting. Now, this is Anthropologie by Anthropologie. And I think that this is, newer. Anthropologie, overall, I pick up very little anymore. And there's, tons and tons of different brands that are under the Anthropologie, name, like Tiny and Mauve and, all the different names. Because I don't find that it sells very great anymore. And I've heard other resellers mention that too. Just do comps because there's some brands that still do. There's some styles that still do. But this is a newer one. It's Anthropologie by Anthropologie. Hopefully this will sell. I had some other pieces by Anthropologie and they haven't really sold much yet. But this is really cute. It's a little crop top and it says peace. But this is how it is wrote on there. And I'll have to do comps. I'll have to do comps on all these pieces, to see. One thing I'll mention about it too, because if you've been reselling for a while, a lot of times, you already pretty much have an idea what the comps are going to be. And a lot of times you just price the stuff. But after about 3 months, really, you should probably start really doing some comps again at least. And especially if it's older than that, because the prices have really been changing a lot in the clothing, it seems like. I have noticed. And it always has some. I mean, some brands that were popular a year ago aren't that popular now. Or, a couple years ago, like one in the men's, I find. Untuckit was really popular. Now, I mean, it's still a nice brand to pick up, but doesn't sell for as much or as quickly. And another one in men's is like Robert Graham. Oh, wow, if you found a Robert Graham, with the big print and the flip cuffs and they're usually a button-down, collared shirt, it was an easy 50, 80 up shirt. Now, could be 20, 40, depending on the style. There's some limited edition ones that still sell for quite a bit of money. But that's just an example, and same with the women's stuff too, brands. This I did pick up, this is Tommy Bahama. I still pick up the Tommy Bahama silk. And I still, whoa, I still pick up some of the other styles that aren't silk. But usually the button-down short sleeve silk still sell in Tommy Bahama. This would be normally, you'll find the men's. This happens to be a women's, and it might not sell for as much or as quickly, but it'll still sell because it is 100% silk, and that's always been, a nice brand. But this is another one on eBay. Tommy Bahama used to be really, sorry about that. I had a little bit of camera technical difficulty. And yeah, but with the Tommy Bahama, just watch, and do comps before you spend a lot of money on it. This is a Victoria's Secret, and it's brand new with tags. Now, some Victoria's Secret, even though when it's brand new with tags, it doesn't always sell for a ton of money. You're going to want to kind of really check comps before you spend very much money. But some pieces do. Some of the silk cremsies still sell, I find, even if they're not new with tags, obviously. But this is a very long plaid flannel sleep shirt, and since we're getting close, starting the winter months coming up, this will be a great piece to sell. I was trying to read on here how much it was originally. I can't quite, without my glasses, I can't tell. But this is a, Victoria's Secret, and this will sell. And I will be listing all of these items, like I said, on eBay and, Poshmark both. This is a nice one. Just recently, I'd heard some other resellers too saying that kind of Talbots and Chico's started selling some. It's they're both older brands, and I've picked them up for years. However, I kind of stopped picking up both of them for a while. But then they mentioned it, and I started picking some up again. They are selling, but maybe only certain pieces, and they don't sell for a ton, some of it. However, this is brand new with tags, and it's a cardigan. Very, very pretty little cardigan, brand new with tags, and this is an excellent find. I found some really great things last week. I think this is $69.50 is what it was originally. But really, in some of this stuff, you might get 30, 40, 50, maybe for some of these, even newer tags. It just depends. And, because the stores have sales too, from the manufacturer retail, price on it. I got to look this up because I remember hearing other resellers mention this brand, and I haven't heard about it for a long time. Hopefully it's still popular, but I got to look it up, and it's For Love and Lemons. And I know that there's the other one that's really close to it. What is it? It's it always reminded me of Cupcakes and Cashmere. That was known. But For the Love of Lemons, I think this is a great brand. And this is a tiny little sweater. It's super cute, little cardigan kind of cropped. And it's a bummer because I can't tell what this was made out of. But it was, it might have alpaca in it, I think. But anyhow, I gotta do comps on this. This was a really great find, and like I said, I haven't heard about the brand for quite a while, but I used to hear other resellers talk about it. Hopefully it's still popular. And this is another Talbot's new with tags, and polka dots usually stay popular. Now, it could depend on the size polka dot. Sometimes it might only be like, the big polka dots or the small polka dots popular. But polka dots are kind of classic, and it's kind of like paisley. They stay popular. However, this is really bright. But for 2022 winter, bright, vivid colors are supposed to be really trending. And even some of the neon, which I was really happy about because I love bright colors. Now, today I have more winter colors on. I don't hardly ever wear these colors. However, this color, this gold yellow, has been popular the last few years. But hopefully, with it being bright, that'll be another plus. And this is... looks like this might have been $89.50. It might have something else in it than the other one didn't. Maybe it's got some silk or something. I will have to look on that. This piece here, remember what it is. I bought these last week, and then I hadn't listed them yet. Oh, this is another Elaine Fisher. Now, this is stretchy. I think this is probably just more of a, this is just a regular, it's not like silk or cashmere, but it's a little cardigan, and I think that this will sell. One thing I will mention about cardigans, whether it's summer or winter, cardigans do sell. And the reason for that, I think, is because even if you live somewhere where it's really warm, if, you work in an office or something like that, they have the air conditioning a lot of times blasting all day long, and you're just sitting, and when you're sitting, it's going to always seem cooler. And I think a lot of people would like to still have, a cardigan sweater to take to work, or maybe if they go out to dinner, they might want to, because also the restaurants really, get that AC going too. And I find that cardigans sell all year round. However, if it's a wool cardigan, maybe not as much or something like that. But right now, peak time for your sweaters, your cardigans, and things like that. And it's interesting because I list all year round, no matter what it is, whether it's a bathing suit in the winter or cardigan in the summer. And some of them still sell. It's really interesting. But people are probably going on vacations or things like that. Like in the winter time, to still buy the bathing suits. You're not going to sell as much by no means, but you still sell some. This next is bras. And a lot of bras. And I've always heard that the bigger bras sell quicker and easier, and these are quite large. This actually is a Torrid, which if you're not familiar with plus size, Torrid is a really nice plus size. And isn't this cute plaid? It's very padded, and I was really happy to find this. And I think it's a 46D. And, but this will be a nice sale, but I'll have to do comps. I pick up a lot of Torrid because it is in the plus size. However, Torrid doesn't always sell for a ton. And I'll tell you what, I'll, towards another one too, it'll have an item number. You want to look up the item number and Google it, and they'll give you the keywords to use. A lot of times, Torrid will still have their original listing up. And if something's like $30 or it was $29 on Torrid, it might be on sale brand new at Torrid for 15. But it might be selling resale 20. You just don't know. So I price up a little bit and then I take, less for offers, but it's usually always a $15-$20 sale a lot of times on the Torrid pieces. This is another really larger size bra, and like I said, the larger size bras are the ones, not that the smaller ones don't sell too, some brands do, and this is just a Playtex, but with it being a larger size, this was like the 40 some, band style too. Then they still sell even though they're not a big name brand. This was Metelli. This is a 40F, and I wasn't familiar with this brand, but they do sell, and I list them on both. Some of them don't always sell for a ton, but the bigger ones sell. And maybe it's because there isn't a lot always in the thrift stores are the really big ones, and then also even in the stores brand new, it's a smaller section for plus size. I sell a lot of plus size stuff on eBay, a lot, and I have for quite a few years. I used to kind of focus on that first when I go thrifting, and I do that even now because it's a much smaller section. I'll look at the new arrivals up front real quick, or the stuff that they have kind of showcased, and then I go to the plus size, and right now the sweaters, and then from there tops. This is an XL, and I wasn't sure because Chap sells pretty nicely in the plus size. This isn't exactly, I don't consider an XL plus size, the 1X, 2X I do, but XL is still decent, and it being floral, hopefully this will sell. But 10, 15, 20, it'll be in those ranges. That's kind of just an average. Plus it's short sleeve. These items here that I have, these are going to be more just like your bread and butter. Those first ones were more the ones to really watch out for, that you're going to get more money for. This is really pretty. It's a 1X, and Unity or One World or Live and Let Live is and their tags, I don't know what happened here. Look at this. It is a mess. It's a tank top, but it has another shirt with it, and somehow it has gotten all twisted up. But their tag all looks very similar. I don't know if they're kind of like all made from the same company. This might take me a while to get this figured out, how it got all hung up here, but it's a really pretty top. What I'll have to do, I don't know if I can even show you, but there. Okay, whoo. It's got a tank top with like another shirt over top of it. Isn't this beautiful? Very neat. Very boho. Keywords I'll be using probably will be, this is a 1X too. I'll be using, boho, bohemian, hippie, festival. It's not really a peasant style, but but yeah, those are some of the keywords. And but this is what the tag looks like. And like I said, this brand, especially in the plus size, the smaller sizes don't sell as for as much money as quickly, but that's a great plus size to pick up. I got a couple more bras here. They're just the real, larger size ones. Very average brand. This might be like a Playtex or something. It is. It's like a Playtex. And here's another one. But, one thing about the bras that you got to look at when you're thrifting, if you're not familiar with picking up a lot of bras, is you don't want like all that black fuzz like stuck to the edges. Like it has a tendency to kind of like, I gotta sit there and try to pick it off. Some you can get off, some you can't. That's something to look at. You want to make sure that there isn't any problems with if it's, padded and things like that. But, that fuzzy stuff is terrible, and you'd want to get that off before you sold it. This is a Chartel or something like that, and this is also another larger size bra. I am not familiar with that brand. Hopefully that's a great brand. But with it being larger, it will still sell. And let's see, I think there's one more in this bag. I thought this was cool. For a while there, Puma was kind of trending, but I don't think it really is too much anymore. And it doesn't sell for very much money. But I thought this was a really cute shirt. It's just a little t-shirt, and it's a Puma. I went ahead and got it, as a bread and butter. It's actually very much an athletic shirt. It's almost like, not really holes through it, but it's, kind of a different style material. And there might be some, maybe somewhere on it it'll say more of what the brand, what the style actually is. This is another bread and butter. I find that semi-sheer sells, especially more in the plus size. This is Paper Moon by Stitch Fix. This isn't a plus size, but I thought I'd take a chance because it's like scarfy, material. I don't know if this stuff's still selling. And I normally probably wouldn't pick up too much Paper Moon or anything Stitch Fix. I don't find that it sells that much. However, maybe it does for some, but this is really cute, very colorful. This would be very nice over top of a turtleneck in the wintertime with some pants. That'd be a cool look. This is very nice. It's very long. It's a tunic and it's a Talbot's. And this is the one I think I was trying to debate whether it was. I don't think it's a dress. I think it's a long tunic. I'll have to measure it. But like I said, Talbot's once again, and with it being, a turtleneck. Actually, it drapes a little bit. It could be a cowl neck. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check on that when I get it laid out. But that's the haul for today. I just kind of wanted to share with you some of the items before I got them listed, because I had some with this grouping that will be, kind of a little bit more quicker sales or for more money. And like I said, I list them both on both, eBay and Poshmark. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video and you got some benefit out of it. And if you could do me a favor and subscribe, I greatly appreciate it. I have a lot of other videos up, and also in regards to Poshmark and also eBay and other, tips, selling tips or different information, and then also a lot of other thrift hauls. And if you could push the thumbs up button, I'd really appreciate that too. And you can leave a comment. I really enjoy that. Many prosperous sales to you. Thank you.